Hello, Dimsdale. I'm Jet You Betcha with today's editorial, which technically makes it a Jetatorial. U.S. consumer prices rose 3% in September from a year earlier, the highest since January, but slightly below economists' forecasts. The uptick, tied partly to new tariffs, marked a modest rise from August's 2.9%. Beef prices surged nearly 15%, while eggs fell about 5%. Coffee rose 19%. The White House called the lower-than-expected figure good news, though economists warned of stagflation risks as inflation climbs and hiring slows. The Federal Reserve, which recently cut interest rates to support jobs, faces pressure over whether to ease further or hold rates to curb prices. Tariff tensions with China and Argentina continue to fuel uncertainty for markets and consumers. In other developments, Alaska Airlines resumed operations late Thursday after a major IT outage forced a nationwide ground stop for both Alaska and Horizon flights. The Federal Aviation Administration issued the halt around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time at the airline's request. The issue stemmed from a failure in the company's primary data center, which officials said was not caused by a cyber attack. The ground stop was lifted at 11:30 p.m. PST, but over 229 flights were canceled, with more disruptions expected as aircraft and crews are repositioned. A flexible travel policy has been introduced for affected passengers. This marks the second IT outage for Alaska Airlines this year, following a similar disruption in July. In another update, 3 federal officers in San Diego were injured after a man allegedly rammed his car into their vehicles to evade arrest, according to U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The suspect, identified by ICE as a Kuwaiti national in the U.S. illegally with a final deportation order, struck the officers' vehicles before crashing into several government cars. ICE said the man, who has a violent criminal history and is wanted in Kuwait, narrowly missed hitting bystanders. Both the suspect and the injured officers were treated at a local hospital. ICE stated it plans to pursue federal assault and resistance charges against the suspect and emphasized continued enforcement against individuals deemed dangerous. In other developments, masked thieves carried out a daring robbery at a Champs Sporting Goods in Treasure Coast Mall, Florida, stealing between 400 and 500 pairs of Nike and New Balance sneakers worth up to $50,000. According to the Martin County Sheriff's Office, the suspects cut through the store's concrete roof, entered the back storage room, and dropped the stolen goods off the roof into a getaway vehicle. Some merchandise was left behind. Authorities said the crime, which took place between midnight and 8 a.m. Tuesday, appeared highly organized, likely involving traveling criminals using power tools. The investigation remains ongoing, and tips are being sought by local law enforcement. From all of us here, stay classy, Dimsdale!